Hi everyone, back again, and today we're going to be talking about two-step equations. First, I want to review what we learned in the one-step equations video. The first thing that I want to review is we talked about inverse operations. Okay, remember that inverse means that you do the opposite operation. So therefore, if the problem says multiply, then the opposite of that would be division. If it says addition, then the opposite would be subtraction. Okay, please review your notes from one-step equations before doing this video if you need to. Okay, and the next thing that I want to discuss is a new definition. It is, let's see if I can get this right, variable. A variable simply means a letter. And when we're solving equations, that's exactly what we're trying to do, is solve for the variable. So if there's an x in the equation, no matter what type of equation it is, you solve for x, and your answer should be written in the form x equals whatever the value of x is. So our first problem, our first example, and we will be doing seven examples. The first example is 3n minus 6 equals 15. Again, the object of the game is to get the variable by itself, which is n. Okay, so the first thing that we would need to do is move this 6, this negative 6 out of the way. Okay, and the opposite of that would be to actually add 6 to both sides. Okay, remember, what you do to one side, you must do to the other. Okay, so when you're showing your work, it should look like this. All right, so 15 plus 6 is 21. Okay, negative 6 plus a positive 6 will give me 0. And I'm left with just 3n. So now I'm down to a one-step equation, okay? And that's 3n equals 20, 3 times n, equals 21. So we have to divide by 3 both sides. Therefore, n is equal to 7. We have solved for the variable. Okay? So, the next example, let's do another. Okay, here's the next one. 15x plus 3 equals 48. All right, so again, our variable here, wrong side, is x. All right, and we need to solve for x. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of the 3. All right, it is a positive 3, so therefore the inverse operation would be subtract. Subtract it from both sides. We're left with a one-step equation, which is 15x plus 45. All right? So now we're going to divide both sides by 15. X would be equal to 3. Wonderful. Okay, let's do another example. Okay, this example is b divided by 3 plus 3 equals 11. Okay, so the variable in this one is b. We need to get rid of the 3. It's positive, so I need to do the opposite, subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, and I have b divided by 3 equals 8. So I did, again, this is a one step. I said divided by. Remember, reading the equations is very important. It helps you understand what to do. So therefore, I'm going to do the opposite of division. This is the side with the variable. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. Okay. 8 times 3 is 24. Therefore, b is equal to 24. Okay, remember you can pause these videos anytime if I'm going too fast. All right, let's do another example. Okay, this example, negative 9 minus y divided by 7 equals negative 12. Okay, look at the side with the variable. We're going to have to add 9 to both sides. Okay, so I'm left with negative y divided by 7 equals negative 3. All right, so the best way to handle this, guys, is to multiply both sides by a negative 7. Okay, this means y is equal to a positive 21. Okay. Next example. Okay, this one is a little different. I have r minus 8 divided by a negative 3 equals negative 2. Okay, I'm going to show you two different ways to work this problem. Okay, the first way would be to multiply both sides by the denominator of the fraction, which is negative 3. So let's do it this way first. Okay, once I do that, the negative 3's are going to cancel, and I'm just left with r minus 8 equals positive 6. Now this is a regular one-step equation, and to get the variable by itself now, I would only have to add 8 to both sides. So r is equal to 14. Okay, but let me show you another way. Sometimes it's easier for, or easier for you to understand if I do it this way. Okay, if I have a fraction over on this side, then we can make this -2 a fraction by putting it over 1. We can make any whole number a fraction by putting it over 1. Okay, now what I need to do is cross multiply. Get another color marker so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, cross multiply. So now that means 1 times r minus 8 would give me r minus 8. And -3 times -2 will give me a positive 6. Now, for the variable to be by itself, add 8 to both sides. And r is still equal to 14. Okay? I will tend to do it this way. You can do it the other way. Doesn't matter. You still get the same answer. Okay? Let's try another one. Just like it. Actually, this one is a little different. Okay? But you'll see the same steps shortly. The first thing I would do here is subtract 3 from both sides. I'm going to leave this fraction alone. So subtract 3 from both sides. I'm left with this. Now, this problem should look exactly like the one we just did. If I have a fraction over here, I can have a fraction over here. And I will put the 6 over the 1 and cross multiply. Okay? So now, here again, 1 times 4 minus 2d is just going to be 4 minus 2d. And then 5 times 6, 30. All right? So now, I want to subtract 4 from both sides. And I'm going to write it over here on this other board because I'm running out of room. Okay, subtract 4 from both sides. Negative 2d is equal to 26. Here you go. Okay, now divide by both sides by -2. D is -13. Okay, those are all the examples that I'm going to do with you. Have a great day.